Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Collar Crypto. We're going to take a quick look at the crypto markets, see if we got anything going on in the news, and take a quick look at Archangel token price, see about the reflections, see if we got any news there. All right, we're going to jump into the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Right now it's at a 26. Yesterday was 27. Last week was a 25. Extreme fear. Last month was a 20. Everybody seems to be fairly fearful. Let's just read about what the Crypto Fear and Greed Index is. It's a gauge of obviously fear and greed, the index of the Bitcoin market mainly. It's a scale from 1 to 100. 1 is extreme fear, 100 is extreme greed. So how do they calculate it? Here's how they do it. This is from CoinDesk. There's 6 things that they look at. 1 is volatility. The index compares volatility and max drawdowns. A drawdown is a decline in value against the 30-day and 90-day average volatility and drawdown numbers. High volatility is considered fearful and increases the final output. Volatility represents 25% of the index value. So volatility is a quarter of the entire calculation. Number 2 is momentum volume. The index measures the current momentum and volume of the Bitcoin market, again against 30 days and 90-day averages. High volume and momentum are seen as negative metrics and increase the final index output. Momentum volume represents 25% of the index value. So those two things are half of the crypto fear and crypto fear and greed index number. Number 3 is social media. The index tracks mentions and hashtags for Bitcoin and compares it to historical averages. Higher mentions and hashtags are interpreted as increased market involvement and lead to an increase in the final index output. Social media represents 15% of the index value. Number 4 is surveys. The index conducts large market-wide surveys on a weekly basis. Usually there are 2,000 to 3,000 participants in each survey. More enthusiastic survey results drive the index higher, pointing to the market greed prevailing, and the surveys represent 15% of the index value. 5th thing they look at is dominance. The index measures Bitcoin dominance in the overall crypto market, and the higher the Bitcoin dominance, the more fearful the market, as interpreted by the index. As alternative coins gain market share, the market is acting courageously and not fearful. Interesting. The lower the Bitcoin dominance, the greedier the market is becoming. Dominance represents 10% of the index value. So that's interesting. So if the Bitcoin dominance goes down, they consider that to be greed. And then the 6th thing they look at is trends. The index includes Google Trends numbers in the final value. The higher the search interest of cryptocurrencies become, the higher amount of greed is seen in the market. Trends represent 10% of the value. So that's all good information to know. In case you didn't know, I didn't honestly know exactly how they got their numbers, so it's good to learn, right? Okay, so we'll go to CoinMarketCap and we're going to take a quick look, see what market cap is. Total market cap of crypto is $1,798 billion, so pretty much 1.80 trillion. It's up 4.41% in the last day. Interesting. Bitcoin dominance is 41.8%. Ethereum dominance is 18.7%, and Ethereum gas fees are 51 GUI. All right, Bitcoin today is the 25th of February. It's about 9:45 East Coast time, PM. I'm in a different time zone right now, though, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, Bitcoin price, $39,709. It's up 3% on the day. It's down 1% on the week. Ethereum price, $2,818. It's up 7% on the day and about even on the week. Interesting. That's good. $2,800 Ethereum. So if we scroll down, most of the top 10, all the top 10 are up in the green on the day and down a little bit on the week. Man, Terra Luna is up 12.5 on the day and 43% on the week. Interesting. If we look at number 14 token, the Shiba Inu, it's 402545. It's up 5.5% on the day, down almost 11% on the week. If we scroll down to another one I like to look at, Algorand, number 29 token, it's 84.6 cents. It's up 8% on the day, down 6% on the week. So if we jump into Archangel token price, it's 9 zeros, 1557. It's up 6.9% on the day. And the volume is 73,000. So let's go to the spreadsheet for the token holders. Ethereum wallet count is up by 2. Binance Smart Chain is up by 5, and Phantom is down by 1. So the amount of wallets on these 3 blockchains that hold Archangel tokens is up by 6 at 4,908. All right. We're up 8% on the day since the last time I wrote down the price last night. Total market cap, 8 million. Fully diluted market cap, 15,570,000. The amount of tokens that were sent to the burn wallet in the last 24 hours is another ridiculously large amount. 9 trillion, 9.1 trillion. That brings the 7-day average burn to 6 trillion a day. That was because yesterday was 19 trillion. That was a lot of tokens, right? All right, so if we look at this wallet that we have here, 1 trillion tokens, half of them are at the staking pool and the other half are just sitting there collecting reflections. The amount of reflections this wallet gained in one day is 90 million, 90.5 million. And the amount of staking pool reward daily increase is 102 million. So we're back to the staking pool rewards are better than reflections because volume dropped down a little bit. Still pretty high, $75,000. And I wrote the number down earlier. Yeah, it says 73 now on Dex Tools. But about 45 minutes ago when I wrote it down, I had 75,000. Either way, total value of the reflections and rewards is 84 cents. That's 5,385,000,000 tokens. And right now you could buy 1 trillion Archangel tokens on Ethereum blockchain. It's only $156. Dang. All right, on CoinGecko, there's some news. Let's just go through it real quick. Apple discontinues support for sanctioned Russian banks on App Store. Well, that's interesting. That's from Crypto Potato. In light of the United States sanctions against Russian banks, Apple Pay is no longer supporting users of cards issued by institutions. I'd say institutions that are sanctioned. That's interesting. What else? Oh, here's one. ECB, what's that? The European Central Bank president calls for crypto regulations in response to Russia's potentially evading sanctions. Oh, let's read more. Oh, this is great. Hey, this is from Cointelegraph. It says, quote, "It's so critically important that MiCA is pushed through as quickly as possible so that we have regulatory framework within which crypto assets can actually be caught," says Christine Lagarde, the ECB president. What is MiCA? Let's find out. Here it is. The MiCA, or Markets in Crypto Assets, proposed creating a regulatory framework for crypto assets market that supports innovation and blah, 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 blah. It was proposed in 2022, and it's proposed to create regulatory framework for the crypto assets market that supports innovation and draws on the potential of crypto assets in a way that preserves financial stability and protects investors. Sounds great in theory, right? First introduced to the European Commission in September 2022 and adopted by the European Council in November of 2021, the proposal was scheduled for a vote to be implemented by the European Parliament on Monday. I don't like it when government or centralized banks say, what did they say? Quote, "It's so critically important that we push through these regulations right now. Like, we have to do it because Russia's invading Ukraine. We have to push through these regulations. It's critically important." That's when you get hosed, man. I don't know about all that. That's this person right here, European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde. Anyway, what do you guys think about that? I don't know. We definitely need regulations, but we don't need them rushed through by the European Central Bank. Yeah, I don't know. What else is in the news? Let's check it out. Here's one. Ukraine DAO, organized for war relief efforts. Interesting. I'm not going to read more. Russian financiers could turn to crypto to sidestep US and European sanctions. Yeah, And they're going to sidestep your crypto regulations too. The crypto regulations aren't going to hurt Russia. They're going to find a way around it. I heard today, India trades a crap load of billions of dollars with Russia. Do you think they're going to stop trading with Russia because the U.S. has sanctions on them? I don't know. I also heard somebody else say, oh, the American warmongering media wants us to go to war with Russia. I don't know about that. I don't want to go to war with anybody. But the United States, along with the UK and Russia, we all have a signed treaty with the Ukrainian government. The Ukrainian government gave up all of their nuclear weapons so that we would back them up if they ever got invaded. So we're obligated as the United States to back up the Ukrainians because they just got invaded. That's what the treaty says. Are we going to do that? Are we going to back them up or not? I don't know. I'm not sitting here saying, well, we need to go fight the Russians. I'm not saying that. But if we have a treaty and we don't stand by what our treaty says, what the hell is the point of a treaty? All of our friends are going to be like, man, America doesn't have our back. Just saying. Back to the news. A blockchain-based Noah's Ark is being used to preserve a record of the Ukrainian conflict. Forbes. Oh man, let's read more. Stephen Ehrlich from Forbes says, a Berlin-based blockchain startup called Airweave, or Arweave, is attempting to turn the phrase history is written by the victors on its head. As the Russian military continues its assault on Ukraine and panicked citizens leave in droves before it's too late, there is a fear that key artifacts of Ukrainian history and culture could be whitewashed in the aftermath of the conflict, which always happens, right? This includes important news articles, documents, videos, social media posts, and all sorts of digital forms of media. Arweaves is calling its blockchain platform the permaweb because it's hoping to provide an indelible receptacle to preserve such content. Think of it as Noah's Ark for documents. It's perfect preservation for future historians and researchers. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. I'm down with that. Back to the news. Here's one, the Daily Hodl. Investors will look back at this time as a defining moment for Bitcoin, says Bloomberg strategist. Let's read that. Bloomberg's senior commodity strategist thinks that investors who can overcome their fear, uncertainty, and doubt, their FUD, and buy into Bitcoin now might reap major benefits in the future. For longer-term traders, it's going to be looked back upon in history as a defining moment. Man, I kind of agree with that. Back to the news. All right, that's pretty much it for the news. I saw this today. Ted Cruz talks at CPAC about Bitcoin. It's impressive. Not too many politicians are talking about Bitcoin or are pro-Bitcoin. Was it Cynthia Lummis? She is, and Ted Cruz is, but let's see what he has to say.
We need to decentralize. We need to break it apart. It's one of the reasons why I am so bullish on crypto, on Bitcoin, because it is decentralized and not controllable. And let me give a fantastic example. So Justin Trudeau said, I don't like me some truckers, so we're going to seize your assets. So then the court went to try to seize the crypto that was being given to the truckers. And I don't know how many of y'all saw a letter that I actually want to read from. It's a letter from a company, Bitcoin company called Nunchuck. Here's part of the letter. Dear Ontario Superior Court of Justice, our software is free. We do not collect any user identification information beyond email addresses. We also do not hold any keys. Therefore, we cannot freeze our users' accounts. We cannot prevent them from being moved. We do not have the knowledge of, quote, the existence, nature, value, and location of our users' assets. This is by design. Please look up how self-custody and private keys work. When the Canadian dollar becomes worthless, we will be here to serve you too. That is spectacular. Like, God bless you saying to the government, go jump in a lake. That's how our country was founded. That is powerful. By the way, that is also why China recently banned Bitcoin. Because they can't control it, which is the exact same reason Elizabeth Warren hates Bitcoin. The Chinese communists and Elizabeth Warren, they both want to control you. Your assets, your savings, your speech, your life, your children, every decision they want to control. And so we need to break up the means of controlling the citizenry.
Whatever you think about Ted Cruz, that was a pretty strong statement. Pro-Bitcoin, pro-crypto, right?
Hello, CP.
Oh, so that's good. That's positive. See if we got anything else. No, that's it for the news. Nothing else really going on, pretty much, as far as I could tell. Honestly, crazy world out there. Crypto, volatile, geopolitical craziness. Ugh. Hey, appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. If you could, give me a thumbs up if you like the show. Maybe subscribe. Get some more content out there for you guys, and spreading the word for Archangel and Guardian, and hopefully they'll still get Guardian launch by the end of March. I don't see why there'd be a problem. I guess the only hang up for the Guardian launch, token launch, is they're having the contract audited. So if that gets held up, then it might be a delay on the launch for Guardian. But either way, that's what, 5 weeks out, so could still happen. Thanks for tuning into the channel. I'll see you guys next time.
Good day, sir.